Welcome back, guys, to the Hip Hop Report. I am, of course, your host, Rambo Hustle, and today is a different kind of episode. It's not an album review, but it is a topic that I think is really important on many different levels. Now, yesterday, your boy Lil Baby decided to make a statement that he was no longer making political records. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's not a political artist, right? And his music isn't political. And the one record he's referring to, for those of you guys who don't know, was The Bigger Picture, where, he addressed at the height of the protest and Black Lives Matter response to the George Floyd killing, he released this record. Opportunistic, sure, but this is what hip hop is supposed to do. And this is not, to me, and this is my first point, this is not even a political record. This is just a hip hop record. Now, for a lot of you younger fans, a lot of you young artists, you might not understand what I mean, but like when hip hop started, what it was founded on was on the idea that I, a superstar, I'm going to take the struggle, the experiences, and the slight or discrimination that my people, my community is feeling, is going through, and is trying to survive in this moment. And I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to shed light, and I'm going to elevate their message and their experiences to a higher platform, because those people don't have the platform that I, Lil Baby, or any other superstar has. So the idea of hip hop has always been to elevate the message and the voice of those who don't have one into the forefront of media and a society, so people can become more aware. Lil Baby is only doing what he's supposed to do as a hip hop artist. Now, rap is a little bit different, and I know you guys are gonna get confused in this because you say, what do you mean? Hip hop is rap, and rap is hip hop. Rap is a celebration of success, of materialistic things, and anything in that world. The Bigger Picture wasn't a political record, it was a hip hop record. He wasn't necessarily addressing politics, he was addressing the struggle that his people and that he himself had to endure to get to where he's at today. Now, this is why artists like Tupac, to me, are the greatest. And that's not even, you can challenge it, you can argue it, drop a comment who you think is the greatest. But the fact is, artists like Lil Baby don't have to make statements that say, oh, I'm no longer making political statements. You're not a politician. Your job is to speak on these things. And that is not a job that ends after one record. You know why that happens? Because the smaller picture pays more. Do whatever you have to do. Like I said before, J. Cole had he's been the artist to speak on these things, and when the situation really happened and the shit hit the fan, somehow, someway, J. Cole had absolutely nothing to say. I'm still baffled. I can't believe it still. I personally, J. Cole should retire, because that's like Michael Jordan or LeBron saying, oh, I can't shoot this jumper. I don't know how to hit this jumper. And it's a game winner. That's J. Cole's game-winning shot, and he didn't even take it. The reason why Tupac is highlighted and regarded as one of the greatest artists is because he would never make a statement like this. Because the society piece of your music is the most important part. The message that you are able to relay to the audience to. But the idea that The Bigger Picture was in some way a political record and not just a record that was necessary at the moment. Because that's what it's really about. Hip hop is about the moment. And here's what really throws me off. It took 50 states. It took people in 50 states to riot and protest the wrongful murder of George Floyd for you to even make this record. Hey, maybe I should talk about some of this stuff. Listen, it's your career. You're the artist. Do whatever you want. But you right now are carrying the torch for QC. Migos, silence. Cardi, no real value outside of a hit record that distracts people from the fact that there's a bigger war going on outside. You don't have to isolate your message. Just because, like, artists don't have like a content lane that they have to stay in. Just because you're a point guard doesn't mean you can't hit the post. Just because you're a center doesn't mean you can't shoot threes. You don't stay in one lane because you think that's what's gonna get you the most money. Because if that was the case, what confuses me the most, like I said, is this comment of, I'm no longer making political records. You don't have to isolate your content to one thing because, like I said before, the smaller picture pays more. Why not just allow yourself to be a diverse artist that can address certain topics whenever those things are happening in the world, which makes you currently relevant, and of course when it's appropriate and the time is there, you drop your albums, you drop your singles, you drop your party shit, you drop your girl shit, you drop your deep shit. There's no reason to isolate yourself outside or inside of your genre. Say what needs to be said, because at the end of the day, the money's gonna be gone and your legacy is the only thing that will remain. Create change, to create awareness, to create a better future for all of us as a human species. So make sure that when you criticize people for being culture vultures and shit, you speak on artists like this that only speak about your struggle when it benefits their pockets. Remember, the smaller picture pays more. And that's why Lil Baby will no longer make any political music. With that being said, I am Rambo Hustle for the Hip Hop Report, and this has been a midweek trending topic. Peace.